The heartbreaking end in a search for a 16-year-old with autism in Jekyll Island. Connor Mathis' body was found this afternoon.
This is the story of 16-year-old Connor Mathis from Brunswick, Georgia. Connor is described by his mother and father as someone who loved sports, and he had a smile that would light up the room. His teachers describes him as being funny, sweet, and someone who loved Jesus. Connor wanted to be a pastor when he grew up, and he was liked by so many people. Connor was autistic, but overcame so many challenges in his life, and his parents were super proud of him.
This afternoon.
The teenager wandered away from a camp yesterday afternoon.
A large-scale search from the ground and the air followed until the tragic news this afternoon. Connor's body had been found on the southeast portion of the island.
But sadly, Connor's parents would receive a devastating phone call that he had went missing at the church camp that he attended off Jekyll Island, only one day after he arrived there. After everyone noticed that Connor had gone missing, over 200 people gathered to try to help locate him.
Public safety director here on the island estimated they had more than 200 volunteers out here searching for Connor last night and this morning. Of course, this is not the outcome everybody was hoping for.
Connor!
After hearing that Connor had gone missing, one of his teachers decided that she wanted to help locate him along with a few of her friends.
One of the volunteers, his former teacher, described Connor as funny, sweet, someone who loved Jesus and wanted to be a pastor when he grew up. She and others were out searching for him on foot past midnight last night and then came back again today to continue searching.
In an effort to try to locate Connor as quickly as possible, law enforcement organized a massive search. They searched for him by air, boat, and many people were on the ground walking and searching for him.
Law enforcement agencies were also involved, looking for Connor from the air and by boat as well as on the ground. According to a spokesperson for the fire department here, Connor was attending a camp on the southern end of the island and was last seen around 3:30 or 4 yesterday afternoon.
But despite the massive efforts to try to locate Connor, unfortunately his body was located at the southeastern coast of the island just before 2 p.m.
Connor's body was found just before 2 p.m. today off the southeastern coast of the island.
We offer our deepest condolences and prayers to the family, and certainly I think it's it's touched this community, and this amount of support is definitely something that goes a long way with the family, and they've been extremely grateful in my conversations with them to have each and everyone out here.
For Carla and Kelly Mathis, their son's visit to a summer camp turned tragic.
This has been the hardest week of my life.
Their son, 16-year-old Connor, was attending camp last week on Jekyll Island. His mother says he'd only been there one day when he was reported missing on Monday. Connor's disappearance caused a search effort spanning multiple agencies. The Camden County Sheriff's Office eventually finding Connor's body on Tuesday in the island's surf. His mother saying investigators told her his death was an accidental drowning.
They told us that they found him. He had drowned. And everything just went kind of foggy for me after that.
The Mathis family says Connor had a high-functioning form of autism.
If there was ever anything that he felt that he could not do or that would be too much for him, he was always very transparent and honest with me and his father. That's why we were very excited about him being open to wanting to go and sign up for a summer camp.
In the wake of their son's death, an outpouring of support for the Mathis family. It's help like that Connor's father says they've relied on to cope.
Absolutely, we are devastated at the cause of it, but the attention we've received and things of that nature as far as the support, man, you couldn't ask me any better.
Yeah.
Still, the pain of Connor's death is palpable on his parents' faces, but they say they wanted to come forward to talk about their son and remember him as a sports-loving teen whose smile lit up a room.